This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
The award-winning Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Hodges University. Build the future you at Hodges University.
I like it because of the personal attention.
They care about how they can make each student successful.
They always are there for us and have time for us.
And they encourage you and to let you know that you can do it.
Hodges is like an extended family.
Make it your place of choice when it comes to continuing your education.
Call today and let an admissions consultant help you get on the fast track to a successful future. Hodges University, celebrating 25 years of educating Southwest Florida.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Welcome to another edition of Lee Pitts Live. Who, me? Of course, I'm Lee Pitts, the host of the show. And I'm thrilled to tell you we have a fabulous show coming to you. And you're saying right now, where in Southwest Florida is Lee Pitts Live now? Well, we're at the Lee County School District. It's our second tour of duty here. And the accommodations have just been outstanding. And you know, if we come to the Lee County School District, we're going to talk to the head man in charge. Yes, our first guest in the show is going to be Dr. Aikens, the superintendent of the Lee County School District. And we'll get a chance to talk to Dr. Peter Denui, the president of the African Network of Southwest Florida, who also has an upcoming event in the near future. So all that's happening on Lee Pitts Live. Keep it locked. We'll be right back. Southwest Florida, welcome back. We're thrilled to present to you the superintendent of the Lee County School District, Dr. Aikens. Good to get you back here on Lee Pitts Live. First of all, I want to thank you for hosting Lee Pitts Live here in your fabulous studio for the next 4 months here on Fox 4.
Absolutely, we're happy to have you here.
That's good. You know, I interviewed you before. I've seen you in your suit and tie. This is the way we see the superintendent at school now? Is that the standard administrative look?
Not always.
I like it.
Not always, but yeah.
It's casual Friday.
A little casual Friday for us going on. So yeah, I choose to wear this, not wearing the jacket today.
Okay, impressive. We're here in the your audio, visual, tech room, or what have we. But I noticed when I was walking in here, it just seemed like it's an elaborate process in terms of the way you communicate. People would be surprised. It's like a serious TV type concept. Tell us how this whole facility is utilized to communicate throughout the district.
Well, this is a TV studio. It's a really operational one. We use it to produce news broadcasts. We also use it for our kids to really teach them the art and skills of journalism. Kids actually produce videos, they produce news clips, they do reports right from this studio.
Outstanding. And the training that they get in here is transferable to possible employment opportunities as well?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we had a TV reporter in here one time who took a look at what our kids do, and she goes, you know, I didn't get that kind of an opportunity until I got to college. Mm-hmm. So it's quite remarkable that these kids get this while they're still in high school.
Violence in high school we're constantly, I think it has to do with social media and a lot of other things. It seems like high school violence has increased substantially over the years. Now, I'm saying seems like. I'm going to get your view on that. As a leader, first of all, do you think it has increased, not locally per se, but just in general, or we hear about things more now? Your thoughts?
I think it's a combination of both of those things. I think we certainly do hear about them more often than we used to in the past, but I also think we have to realize that with an increase in poverty, I think you're also going to see an increase in criminal activity. And so we've certainly seen increases in poverty in certain segments of our population, and I think that criminal activity goes right along with that. As
a leader in a school district, in terms of priorities, you have a lot of priorities that you have to put in place. Curtailing violence ranks high in your world of priority. How do you go about managing that process as well?
Well, I think that education is absolutely key, and because we have the children in our district, we have to be the leaders within this community to try to bring this community together to end poverty in the community and also to end violence in the community. I think we can be a key hub. We can provide leadership, and also we can provide an avenue in which kids can be positively engaged in activities after school, during school, and even in the summer months. So one of the things that we would like to do, that we are currently doing, is actually reaching out to our community leaders to help us out in this endeavor. And I think as a result, you're going to see our kids off the streets and engage more here in the school with the school district.
Talk about some specifics that you put in place, safety protocols.
Well, for one example, I know that you've got a guest coming up here today that's a leader of the Haitian American Democratic Club. They are partnering with us to open some after-school programs in local churches. So we've got where we're going to provide transportation to these after-school programs, and so they will travel there after school and be engaged in math, in language, also with computer technology, and interacting positively with adults, not only in school but after school. We met with the city this week, and we are also working.
That would be the city of Fort Myers.
City of Fort Myers, and we are working to, again, increase after-school activities, expand what we do at the STARS complex, again, providing transportation and collaborating with them, also providing them some teachers and to tutor and to help out in other programs as well. So
that was going to be I'm going to let you, when you were talking about these different, you mentioned transportation, but as a part of that transportation, there's a teachers component that's a part of that, skilled teachers as well?
Yeah, when we talked to the city yesterday, Sahid Kasemi, the city manager,
good friend of mine, I'm plugging you.
Yep, he certainly is very interested in solving this problem as well, and reducing violence in our community. But he needs support, and he needs trained staff. So we're going to try to help by doing that.
I noticed that since you've been in place, has it been a year yet?
It was a year yesterday.
Okay,
absolutely.
Congratulations. You're celebrating that on Leap Is Live. You put your own stamp on how you want it. You're starting to put your own stamp on how you want the district to operate. I like that. I like leaders to be leaders. And you have a lot of different initiatives. I'm really excited to hear about the Vision 2020. Tell me about that.
Well, Vision 2020 is something that came about, actually I started in 2012 looking at how we want to change education. And I put together this document called Education Revolution, A Theory for Action. And that was really the theoretical framework behind changing education for the better, so we could once again be the best educational system in the world. Well, Vision 2020 is actually that action plan put into action. Those recommendations come to fruition, and it sets a goal for us where we want to be in the year 2020. And in the year 2020, we want to be the #1 mega district in the state of Florida, one of the top 5 overall in the state of Florida, and one of the best districts in the nation.
I can see that being achieved, me being a person who thinks positive. So to achieve this goal, tell us about several components that have to move together as a team in that direction, school board being one of them.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, you have to make sure that you have set really rigorous, high goals, high expectations for our teachers and administrators. So we have got a plan to get us in terms of student achievement to be that #1 district, mega district in the state of Florida by 2020. You have to also have very safe and secure schools. So we've got a plan that's going to help us have some of the safest schools again in the country. Hiring and retaining high quality staff is critically important. And this is because that's what your real driver is. There's nothing that changes a kid's education more than a teacher in the classroom and a great principal in the building. And so hiring and retaining that staff is a key component of this plan. We're working with our local colleges and universities to make that happen. And finally, you've got to have the funding to do it. And so in 2020, there's about a $45 million gap that we have to overcome. But we believe that working with our community and doing some innovative things that have never been done before, that we can close that gap.
Okay, now along that way, I'm saying this, you're not saying this, because when I say this, it would be promoting you. I believe that you need consistency in terms of stability at the leadership level. We've had substantial change over the last 5 years, constantly in and out. I've interviewed a lot of superintendents in that 5-year span. A lot, meaning maybe 2 or 3, but your thoughts on that?
Well, I would agree with you. I think if you look at some of the more highly successful school districts in the nation, they've had consistency of leadership at the top, not just the superintendent, but also you see that at the board level and with the executive team. Because given enough time, you can make a real difference, and I believe we're on the right path here.
The process of some of those things that you just laid out in terms of 2020, the process of deciding how to draft that, when you pull your team together, you have a group of people, you guys just get in a room and brainstorm, or do you look at some other districts and select some best practices there as well?
We've kind of done a combination of all those things. We've looked at best practices, and I've looked at the research with Education Revolution, and now we're getting together and applying that research and theory into the action plan. I work with the executive team to put that together, and of course the school board. We also have brought in business leaders, community leaders to vet this plan. We had our executive roundtable, so these are some of the top financial minds in our area and top business minds in the area to take a look at it, beat it up. And we've also included our colleges and universities in it as well. We want this to be not just our plan, but we want it to be the community plan for having the best educational system in the state.
Final question. What do you see as some of the biggest challenges facing school districts in modern times?
Well, I think really just energizing people around school districts. You know, I think we tend to ship our kids off to school, but we have to be involved, interested, and really care about what's going on. And that includes being able to provide, you know, volunteering, checking, reading with your kids, checking with their homework, being able to help us with our revenue, raising revenue for our district, all types of things. And just caring, expecting a lot from our school district, but also expecting a lot from ourselves.
I know I said final question, but I happen to own the show, so I can get another question in. In the future, we're going to have you come on Lee Pitts Live and give a State of the School address. What are some goals you hope to have accomplished in terms of immediate goals?
Well, immediate goals, I would like to see our student achievement start taking off in the right direction, and I think you're going to see that. We'd like to see some indicators that would show that we are providing a safer school system to our students, and initially we're already seeing that in some of our data that's coming in. So we want safe schools, high-performing schools, and we also want to see a community energized around our school district.
Now, next week we're going to get a chance to talk to your Chief Financial Officer. Who is she?
That is Dr. Amy Desimores.
Okay, we're looking forward to having her on the show as well.
Yeah, well, she's awesome. So,
Dr. Akins, it's always a pleasure having you on the show. Look forward to getting you back in the future, okay?
All righty. Thank you.
As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Dr. Akins and all the fine people here at the Lee County School District who are doing it. We'll be right back.